If this video landed on your For You page, this is what they're thinking about you, but it's not what they're saying, all right? Now, you could be any zodiac sign. The reading is general and timeless, so just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. If you would like a personal tarot reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records, or to check out our upcoming events, workshops, and retreats, go check out that box below. It has everything that you will need. And thank you for being here today. If my energy or my readings resonate with you, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and go click on that notification bell so you can know when the next reading does come out. All right, they're not saying it out loud, but this is what they're thinking about you. Now, I find it interesting that there's a very loud truck outside. And that's the energy, though, that I'm picking up on. Now, it's interesting. Yeah, where you don't see it, but it's loud. They're not saying this to you. They're not saying this. Yeah, they're not saying this to you directly, but it's loud. Okay, you could feel it. We do have protected aura and guardian angel. So you're being protected. Now, somebody maybe wants to reach out to you. We do have the call card. You might be hearing from them soon, but you haven't heard from them in some time. Now, what do we have? Yeah, they're really debating. Do I contact or call the collective? Do I not? What do we have for this collective tarot reading for this person? They're not saying how they feel, but this is how they feel. How does this person feel about the collective that they're not saying it? Now, for some of you, we do have the twin flame card. So it can be a twin flame connection. They're not going to reach out to you. There's other influences. We have influences here, others involved. Protected aura, guardian angel. All right, collective, so this might be a twin flame reading. All right, I was going to do a no contact reading. It might be a no contact twin flame reading. There's other people around them right now. Why do we have the card twin flame? Okay, you know, we do have dating and then past, okay? So this is definitely someone you've dated in the past. For some of you, it can be a twin flame. It doesn't have to be. Either way, this is someone that you may have dated in the past over here. All right, now why do we have protected aura and influences? There's someone in their life that does not like you. Someone is definitely involved in this separation, but we do have déjà vu here. There's history. Ah, I see. Now, for some of you, this is a new lover of theirs. It could be a family member. Like this could be their friends, family, perhaps even a new lover, where the people around them are saying, nope, there's too much history between you both. Don't even go anywhere near it. Because we do have finality over here where it's like not looking back. And this card does say looking back. But this card says not looking back. All right, so you're clearing out definitely the energy of a twin flame or of an ex. That's some sort of soulmate here. Why do we have surprise and déjà vu? What you don't see, okay? You're being protected, and that's exactly how this reading started. You are being protected in no contact, and for some of you, the protection is the no contact. We do have proposal here. Where you haven't heard from this person. I mean, especially if it's twin flame, it feels like not opening the door. And then no matter if it's twin flame or any other kind of soulmate, this connection brings two much. There's a song that I'm feeling the song, but I don't even remember the name of it. There is a song, Can't Be Friends by Trey Songz. There is no way that we could be friends. No way. But I'm thinking now of that song. I wish it never happened. That's kind of what it says in the song, that there's absolutely no way. And, what I'm seeing here is you have an ex here, where maybe there is love shared between you both, but it's a door to never open again. There is, where, with twin flames, it can feel like too much, right? But for some of you, this twin flame or soulmate connection, there's always a lot of activation here. And that's really what it is. In a twin flame connection, there's going to be a lot of shadow. However, whoever this person is, the people around them do not want them to go back to you. Now, I will say, I don't really think you've done anything to this person. It's a connection that is intense. It's a connection that there's a lot of activation here. You have the twin flame card, okay? And so, but with twin flame energy, right? Or, confirmation, we have confusion. So, there is this soul contract between you and this soul. But there's too much that happened between you both. Where a lot of clearings, a lot of shadow. It's like their mom, their dad, their friends, maybe a new lover is just like, don't contact that person. Don't go near that person. It feels like whenever you both come together, there is a lot of transformation, a lot of activation. And I will say it's neither one of you. You're not doing anything to one another. But the way it looks from the outside in, and that's the key here, the way that it looks from the outside in to the other people involved is that these other people want to protect the collective and vice versa, you from each other. So again, their people, your people want to protect you and them from one another, but then here's you both. And it's interesting that, for some of you, this is a twin flame or a soulmate. You're not with them. This is a no contact situation. Both of your people think that each other is like the reason that caused destruction or shadow or problems or conflict. Now, I will definitely say it is the connection. The connection brings up a lot, but you both don't necessarily do anything to one another. But again, from the outside looking in, whenever you go around that person, there's a lot of things that happen. You should probably stay away from that person. That's what I'm seeing here. But again, you and this person, you're actually not doing anything like bad. You both have a very activating connection, especially if it's twin flame. Now, why do we have spirit, protected aura, and influences? Yep. Why do we have spirit, protected aura, and influences? Yep. Intuition and resistance. So, and then we have memories here. There are people telling this person, like your person, or you, do not go near that person. Resistance and intuition. What do we have here for the collective? They are in no contact with someone, and this is what they're thinking. Why do we have surprise, deja vu, and conflict for this no contact reading? This no contact reading of they're no contact, but this is what they're thinking and feeling. Why surprise, deja vu, and conflict? Why surprise, deja vu? Yeah, you're leaving it behind over here. Confirmation of the moon. Remember, for this reading, I was seeing the moon in reverse. This is not what they're saying to you. This is what they're feeling and thinking, and this is what's happening. And it's like rightfully so, though, where your people are their people again from the outside in. And I'm just hearing rightfully so, where, I mean, deja vu, there's history, but it also says repeated patterns. Whenever you guys come together, it's this energy. Yeah, and you both are deciding to walk away for good over here. Now, this could be someone maybe who has come in and out of your life. But whatever the last time was, that was truly the last time. Finality, closure. That was the last time. Now, what do we have for this reading on? They're no contact, but this is what they're thinking and feeling. Why do we have protected aura and influences? Why do we have protected aura and influences? Whoa, they don't like you, okay? They don't, their people do not like you. Jesus Christ. Your people don't like them. Their people don't like you, okay? There's someone that, I mean, this third party is upset with you. But to the point where, say, for example, right? This is a twin flame connection, or just a connection that brings up a lot of catalyst energy. And that's the key word, catalyst. Part of your protection is you don't deserve, especially if this truly is twin flame. Of course, there's going to be a lot of shadow. You don't necessarily deserve to what these influences are projecting upon you. And again, rightfully so, those are their people. You know, a friend, family who loves you is going to want to protect you. So we get that. But what if you weren't the one that was bringing all of the storms to their life? What it feels like in this reading is you both bring the storm to one another, but it's neither one of you. Neither one of you are wrong. This is what happens when you both come together. Your two energies, your two astrology charts, okay? For some of you, look at the astrology charts, but you both together, it's like the perfect formula for an explosion. Rightfully so, you're actually being protected from their people, their influences. Their people, friends, family, people they're dating, whatever it may be, are very upset with you and are like, set boundaries. I'm not going to let them do this to you. That kind of stuff. You're being protected from those people, okay? Now, how does the collective feel about the other people involved? How does the collective feel? How does the collective feel about the other people involved? How does the collective feel? Thing is, you know what? Oh my gosh. You're being patient with the third. It's interesting in this reading, because to be quite honest with you, not necessarily third party. So when I'm saying third party, you both are in no contact. You and this person haven't dated in some time, not dating at all. However, it's interesting here. Their people are very upset with you. And I'm telling you, like, these people want to come after you, okay? Like, these people, you better not go anywhere near that twin flame. You better not go anywhere near our friend, our family, that person, you know? They're very upset with you. They want this person in this reading to set boundaries with you. They want this person to never speak to you ever again. You are not wrong in this situation. That's the key here. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. You didn't cause that storm in their life. It popped up because you guys are catalysts to one another. You had a storm just as equal. It wasn't you. I'm seeing now, you know the meme where Spider-Man's pointing at Spider-Man? That thing. You're showing up. So what this is right here is how you feel about their people that are trying to attack you, that are very upset with whatever you did to their friend, their family member, their lover, their whatever. They're upset. You're trying to communicate in such a healthy way of like, hey, I didn't do anything. Communication praise the word, Lord or Lady, patience, and reverence, kindness, consideration. So that's why respectfully, Like, we get it, right? Your friends, family, maybe someone you're dating is respectfully going to be very protective over you. Respectfully, the collective didn't do anything. Respectfully. So you're trying to be as nice as you can in the situation, but it's like you have patience, stillness, reverence, kindness, consideration. You're not, that's what this is. You're not matching the third party's energy, even though rightfully you probably can. They're throwing stuff at you that you didn't throw at them. But what I'm seeing here is you not matching the third party's energy. So it's like this twin flame, this person you used to date, kind of got people against you. All right? But you're being protected from the people they got against you. And the key here is also not to match the energy. All right. What do we have for the collective on this reading of they're no contact, but this is what they're thinking and feeling? What do we have for the collective today? They're no contact, but this is what they're thinking and feeling. Why do we have protected aura and others involved? Do not fall face up. We'll take a look. King of Wands. What do we have for protected aura and there's others involved? What do we have for protected aura? There's others involved. Why do we have protected aura? There are others involved. What do we have for unexpected change, repeated patterns, conflict? Why do we have surprise, deja vu, and conflict? Why do we have surprise, deja vu, and conflict? Yeah, High Priestess, Nine of Swords over here. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Whoa, my gosh. Trust issues. You know the song Trust Issues. We got trust issues and conflict here. So, this is what's going on. You could be dealing with a Gemini, a Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or an Aries so far. Trust issues, all right? I do see that it's like you showed up in someone's life and man, there was a storm. The same thing happened to you though. What I'm seeing here truly is you both are catalysts for one another. A soul contract of a catalyst. It can be twin flamey. So we don't have a catalyst card. This could be your twin flame. It could also be someone that you dated that was catalytic for you, for each other. Their people are in fear. Trust issues, where it's like this person's people are telling them not to trust you. And so and I will say, it looks like this connection's over. Like, I do want to say that because we do have final closure, farewell, leaving behind. And part of it is like not even this connection between you both. It's the mess. It's the overall mess that I see in this reading, where there's too many people involved. It has become unsafe for you. And that's the key here is it's not worth being in connection with this person, because it's to the point that it's like becoming unsafe. And I mean of the fact that there's too many other people involved that want to attack you because of this person. And so you both are walking away from one another. And to be quite honest, it's not really that love is lost here between you both. I don't see it lost between you both. I see you've both moved on. But they're people, okay? And that's the people around this person don't like you. And that's not fair to you. It's actually to a point that you are being spiritually protected from this person's people. They're not giving them the right advice. And despite whatever soul connection is here, it is time to walk away, because Again, the people around them are kind of starting to spiritually attack you, and that's not fair to you. Why do we have King of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Nine of Swords, and the Lover's card in reverse? For surprise, deja vu, and conflict. Why do we have Nine of Swords and the Lover's card in reverse? Their people aren't, look at that, Two of Cups. So this is their people. For some of you, you could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. These are people that are acting too quickly. These are people that are kind of rash. These are people that are in fear themselves. All right, this is someone that, and I'm going to be honest with you, your twin flame or your person may not stop these people. And that's why you have to walk away and not go back. You know, your twin flame, someone you used to date, may feel like, oh, but these are, you know, I love my family, I love my friends, or whatever this is. Your twin flame, someone you used to date, the people that they have want to try to end you. Ten of Swords. Heavy on the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, so be very mindful about any maybe earth signs or even fire signs in your life or in their life. But they got the wrong person. I'm also hearing in this moment, Judas. You didn't do anything. They said, though, the third party said that you were the reason for someone's life maybe going downhill, things happening in their life. That wasn't true. They were leading your person through the third eye of fear. You know, and maybe they don't know about soul contracts. Like this could be like their friends have no clue about soul contracts, about catalysts, about any of that. And then they're trying to give them advice, you know. And that's why I say the words rightfully so. If you're asking just a random person walking the street and they think, you know, if I go into this person's life and every time something happens, you know, they would tell you not to go back. And it feels like catalyst transformation. All right, why the Emperor card for protected aura and influences? Why the Emperor card for protected aura and influences? Why the Six of Swords for protected aura and influences? Why the Ace of Swords for protected aura and influences? Why Three of Cups and the Hangman with the Ace of Swords for protected aura and influences? Confirmation. They're people. Man, that's a part of me reading this, though, that it's like, well, why is your twin flame or person not saying something? You know, but that's exactly why you have to walk away. Because this is someone you used to date that, I'm going to be quite honest in this reading, it's like they would not stop their own friends or people from trying to attack you. For some of you, the third party is actually convinced this person. Like, no, don't you see it? Don't you get it? No, you're being protected, and it has them all confused. You know, so your twin flame or your ex-partner here, along with their people, here it goes, Three of Cups. This is their people. Let me get a card. What do we have for Ace of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Hangman here? Whoa. You are being protected over here, okay? We are never, ever, ever getting back together. Not after this, okay? And it's interesting, this reading. It's not what happened between you and this person. It's what the other people did. It's what the third parties did, not you and this person. But it's like it got so bad to the point that you will never go back. Okay? Part of it is like, I don't know, I'm reading this reading, like, why would you allow your people to do this, you know, to go this far? Their people went too far regarding you. And key here is that you're actually innocent. But they tried to end, and for some of you, they wanted you not happy. They wanted you ended. Okay? And it's the kind of thing of like, oh, I love my partner. I love my family. I love my brother, sister. And I'm not going to let the collective do something to them. The collective wasn't doing anything to them. Nothing. Why the Page of Wands and the Eight of Swords here for the collective? Why the Page of Wands and the Eight of Swords? Whoa. You are so protected here. You had, again, there's no contact, but there was a lot going on here. Why Page of Wands and the Eight of Swords here? There goes the Moon card that I was seeing before. And there's a need for you to have the patience. And we did see that you're being patient. Now, these people are angry, but it's rash. There's a story. I'm just going to say this story. There's a story of a deity. I'm not even going to say his name. There's an ancient deity. In this story, he was walking down the street, this ancient deity. On one side, he wore red. On the other side, he wore black. And so he walks down the street. One neighbor on one side says, hey, that guy was wearing black. The other neighbor said, no, that guy was wearing red. He wore a different color for each side of the street. One half of his clothes were black, one half was red. The neighbors started then arguing, and it turned into a battle. The neighbors actually continued to argue for a very long time, until they finally realized one day, wait a second, it's because I was seeing it from a different perspective. And then they started laughing and became friends again. That's what's happening here. They're people, this Three of Cups of these people that want to just end you. Let me tell you, this is not okay, okay? Confirmation of the honk. This is not okay. And I will say, even you should question of why isn't your friend or twin flame or ex-partner, why are they allowing these people to actually do so much to you? That's kind of questionable here. And you're never going back, especially after this. This was a big betrayal. Now, you were very protected through this, but this was unnecessary, but it revealed, again, your twin flame or ex-partner, where like it is no contact, but, so much actually happened through the people that they're connected to towards you that you're done. You'll never, ever go back. And I am seeing that it was that bad. These people tried to get you to not be successful. They tried to stop everything that like made you happy in different ways. They wanted to seek revenge for your person. That is overstepping a lot of boundaries, and what I do see is they're wrong here. Again, this is an example of the man that walked down the street. On one side, he wore red. The other side, he saw black. And no one could agree of what color that man was wearing. Each person was also right. Now, what is the outcome of this for the collective? Why Judgment card? What is the outcome? Why Judgment with the Death card here? This person is done. It is done between you and this person. And it's because of what their people did to you. Their own people tried to end you. And I will say, I'm sorry, but there's a little bit of room of like, hey, I used to date that person. I used to be friends with that person. Let's not do all that. No, you were in a situation where they sought for vengeance, okay? Vengeance is mine, said the Lord, but their friends, the third parties, got revenge on you for your person. Not even your person. Your person let other people do dirty work. Keyword, let them. It's done because God has seen it all. Okay, there's no contact, but God has seen everything and has accounted for everything. And that's actually the words I'm hearing. God has accounted, confirmation of the bird, God has accounted for everything that she has seen in the unseen. There might be no contact, but all of this was seen. What the other people involved, all of that was seen. and all of it was accounted for, is what you need to know. Now, what do we have for the collective on now what's coming into their life? What's going to be, you are getting your justice, okay? Empress energy here. You are about to receive. This is a lot of creative, abundant energy here. We do have the Star card and justice. You're getting your justice here, okay? 3D, 5D justice. Because what happened here was wrong. I will say that. Like, this was out of ma'at. That was, I'm hearing the word unnecessary. And your person is going to learn a lesson here too, though. You know, they got a lot of people against you. And even if they maybe didn't agree with it, of like, no, you don't have to do all that. They did not stop their own people from spiritually and even in other ways attacking you. And, you know, that's kind of on them kind of thing. But I will say there is so much more that happened than you even know or saw. And it's done. You know, this, if you only, and at my heart, if you only knew what their people said about you in no contact, what they did about you, if you only knew the spiritual attacks that their own people, the third parties, their mom, their dad, their friend, their lovers, their whatever, sent your way, you would never, ever even think of them contacting you in no contact. Truly in this reading. Okay, I see you regathering your strength, your power. We have hope, inspiration, creativity, peace, and contentment. And we do have justice. Okay, so things are coming to a balance. That's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. What do we have for this reading on? They're no contact, but they're definitely thinking and feeling, oh my God. Whoa. Now for some of you, you do have side piece on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, your person's people they do not like you at all. However, I will say they need to stop. They really do need to stop, and they're going to stop. You're getting justice here. I do see it's gone too far. Okay. I hear ambulance as I say that. I can definitely understand of like, you know, like this is duality at the end of the day. Oh my God, I planned something and now it's raining. That means that something bad has happened. It's freaking rain. Rain is water. For some of you, maybe your name might be Janine. I'm seeing Janine. Oh my God, I went over that person's house and then there was a thunderstorm. Okay. Like, you know, where in this reading, it looks like someone thinks anything that is bad or negative or shadow is like a bad thing. They're like, oh my God, every time you go over that person's house, it starts to rain. Stay away from that person. You know, yeah, you gotta stay away from this person. Listen, Linda, listen. Words are spells, okay? For some of you, their own people tried like rebuking you, banishing you. Then you hear the bird. I banish the collective. I rebuke them. Get them out of my friend's life. Get them out of my lover's life. What? Whoa, like it's actually interesting because what I'm seeing here is you didn't do anything. You did nothing. I'm just seeing you like this. I'm like, I ain't do nothing. Your energy alone. Okay, and I will say it's the contract here. Advice on this reading. Why do we have soulmates and negativity? There's a spell. Why soulmates and negativity? Why soulmates and negativity? We do have chasing, pestilence, hunting down, proposal, needing time. Why do we have time over here? Why do we have time for negativity and soulmates? Why do we have time? Oh no, we are never, ever, ever getting back together. You guys are never, ever getting back together. And it could be something as simple as, oh my God, Let me help you with the collective. Here, I know a spell. Oh my, what the hell? What the helly? For some of you, listen, their people try to do a spell on you. And listen, that spells also come from the Bible, okay? That could be someone banishing you, praying a psalm against you, okay? For some of you, I'm seeing people pray psalms against you. That was unnecessary. I'm seeing people, it's like, oh, put them in a jar. No, just cut the cord. Do this, do that. And it's like all... Now for some of you, I'm getting like baby witch kind of energy. Or it's just like, whoa, that was actually unnecessary. I actually could have told you what to do with my energy. Like, that's what I'm getting here. We're like, actually, if you asked me, I could have given you a better ritual. Like, for some of you, they did something to you, the third parties. I'm going to protect you from that person, and we're going to bind them away from you and protect your energy from that person, which is you, the collective. You're never getting back together with this person. And yeah, where you don't have like any resentment in your heart, but it's because of what their own people did that I don't think there's necessarily anything unforgivable, but you won't ever, Cardi B voice, forget. You will never forget what these people did to you. And again, you know, there's no ill will or anything like that, but you're completely done in every time, space, and dimension. How dare you try to do a spell, okay? Where for some of you, that's the thing. Your twin flamey connection, or you're a catalytic connection. You can't do witchcraft on it. It's not shadow to protect yourself from. You know, where in twin flames, like, don't do that on your twin flame. Confirmation of my damn ear. Okay, my left ear for some of you, don't do that. Of course, there's shadow or catalytic events that may come up, but for some of you, like their own soulmates, their friends, their whatever here, were like, hey, it seems kind of dark. You should protect yourself from that. Oh, let's see what cards came out. Divine Masculine and Distance, okay? But confirmation that you're never getting back together with them. They were in so much fear. Look at that, Divine Feminine now. They were in so much fear regarding you that they did things that they can't undo, okay? That's what I have for you. I do hope that this resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.